But yeah, what was you talking about?
I forget.
What do you think about the Deion Sanders move?
I'm kind of hurt by it, low key. Like a little bit.
Dude, been quiet this whole time. Dude, quiet down a little bit, son.
Because it's like a false hope. Like a lot of them young men were looking up to him and like, he like a dad to me and this, that, and the third. But like a father that leave or a father that choose their stepchildren over their main children, it's like he took his favorites and did, I wouldn't say favorites, but you know, he took not only did he take himself, but he took the heart from the team, like their top players. So it's like,
you just sparked something in my mind with that. See, what you just expressed is really an overflow of our issue with abandonment, rejection, things like that. It has nothing to do, because really, college athletics is a business,
right.
Unfortunately. As a general rule, we value loyalty over everything.
Right.
And so we're judging his moves based on our cultural affinity to loyalty. And you were saying that it's bigger than, the HBCUs need more than just a popular head football coach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But what I liked about what he was bringing to the table is he was bringing the wholesale change that the schools need to, I think it's a mindset change that needs to happen.
Right.
You know, we do a lot of talking about what we don't give, what people don't give us. They don't give us airtime. They don't give us, but what are we giving ourselves?
That part.
You know what I mean? We don't support the stadiums are empty, man. We've been to Southern games where not even half the stadium is full.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The
And
uniforms are.
The free tickets.
The 3 tickets, right. Nobody's donating. The uniforms are subpar. We're relying on only state funds,
right.
State funds only for our sports programs. Who's going to want to put that on TV? TV is about advertising. We don't think about the business. It's about advertising.
And it takes money to bring TV there.
Exactly.
They disrespectful.
For one. Oh, it's a dirty, yeah, they could have.
Old grandma.
That's what they do. But yeah, so who wants to put that type of, who wants to put that on TV?
Right.
Stadiums are subpar. You still got grass in some of the stadiums. And I'm not coming down. I mean, you know, we love HBCUs.
Right.
But let's just be real. If we be real, then we can really fix the problem. But if we continue to just be fake and we're not addressing the real problem, then we're going to keep having the real problem and temporary solutions.
Right.
You know?
Yep. And then like the legacy thing, it's cool, but legacy not bringing money.
Facts. Come on.
Like, it's about the dollar. You go to the PWI,
right.
Such and such donated $1 million. Such and such left $20 million. Like, they're investing in their universities.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Facts. Yep. And then also a major factor is enrollment, right? Because like, I think somebody talked about how a lot of time the money that we receive, that the schools receive from the state has to do with enrollment. If your enrollment is 7,000 students, well, that's like twice the size of a high school, a public high school.
And majority of them are on like refund.
Financial aid.
Financial aid.
Financial aid, we're going to cut that refund part out. We have free.
I mean, you can get a refund.
No, I'm just
I
playing.
got grants and
yeah, no, but financial aid.
So
they're already funding the students.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you only got 6,000. Like, I think Southern had maybe Southern was a bigger HBCU, and I think they had like maybe 11, 10.
Yeah.
The schools that we're comparing ourselves to got like 40, 50, 60,000 students.
Right. It's a small city. My school was like that. I feel like our freshman class was bigger than all of Southern's students.
Right. All right, so take a seat, baby. So yeah, so we comparing ourselves to the wrong school. We should be comparing ourselves to schools like Canisius College, or you know what I mean. What's the school in Milwaukee? St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
You know what I mean? Because those are the type of schools that have similar numbers of enrollment.
Right. Am I cooking?
Yeah. Oh, am I cooking?
No, I can cook. I'm just saying, do you want to eat tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You don't?
Yeah, but you know.
Do you mind?
I don't mind. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, I need to eat something.
Okay.
I gotta stop not eating.
Okay.
I don't want to.
You ain't supposed to be eating.
Me? What?
You say soft. You said nothing chewy, gooey.
Man, I gotta eat something. I'm gonna just chop it up and put it on the side of my mouth.
Yeah.
It's big business.
Right.
Because nobody ever looks at schools like St. Mary's or Canisius and be like, why don't they have more ESPN time? They should be getting more ESPN time. They don't get any. Well, Canisius, when they're really good, they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or what's some other schools? You know, we don't look at those other schools, but we comparing ourselves apples to oranges.
Right.
I don't think there is. I can't remember what the highest enrolled HBCU. I want to say it's like North Carolina A&T, the highest enrolled HBCU, but I think they're only at like maybe 12,000. Or maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, we gotta
We gotta what?
change. We gotta change our culture, our mindset mostly, and that's what Deion came in there doing. Deion was like, you can't even. Why are y'all trying to compete with Power 5 schools?
Right.
You know what I mean? You got 1/8 of the student body. None of them, you know, money. Like, why are we trying to compete with them? It doesn't make sense. Let's dominate where we are.
Exactly. Like, well, this is our bubble. Let's just handle this area over here. Let's handle the HBCU sector and let them do them. Like, it's always going to be disparities in different areas, but we can make it our own. Like, it's definitely a great experience. It's somewhere like I would want my kids to experience. Probably do the same program, but you know,
yeah,
it's its own thing.
Yes, I agree. I think one of the areas that we go wrong so often is looking at what the other side got and then coveting that.
Right.
And then letting that determine where we'll go. Because if I'm trying to determine my destination by where you going, I'm always going to end up at the wrong destination.
Yeah.
Because that's not for me. Now, of course, there's disparities and things like that we need to address. But
Deeper. It's probably deeper than we can even understand because it's, you know, the root, like the foundation, even the foundation of the HBCU. Like, are we still just standing on that, or has it evolved to what those students need in 2023?
Right.
So.
That's a good point right there. Like, are we still so steeped in tradition that we're no good for today?
Yeah.
That's why Deion was good, because he shakes all of that up. He's like, yo, this is what we need to succeed.
Right.
Let's do it. Even in Colorado, man, he came in there telling mugs that they was gonna have to hit the transfer portal if they didn't get it together. Like, no earrings, no phones, y'all gonna dress alike. Like, he knows that radical change is needed when success is common. I mean, when failure is common, radical change is needed. So
That's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be
Like because it's televised. Like, he records I don't want to say all his meetings, but a lot of his opinions are online on YouTube versus other coaches. They could be saying the same thing, but it's not a YouTube show or something like that, to where parents are like, hold up, you said what? And
good point.
so he needed that platform at the HBCU because it was promotion and it was a way to market the HBCU in with the audience that he has. So this is doing the same thing, but it could also backfire because of different things. But I haven't watched it, so I don't know because I was still in my feelings. But it's interesting. It's going to be interesting.
One thing I can guarantee you, other coaches ain't talking to their teams like that. Because one of the things that I know for sure is that coaches are scared. One of the issues in college coaching is that they have to kind of walk on eggshells because they think that if they over coach somebody, if they don't play somebody enough, or if they talk to somebody, like they'll hit the transfer portal and they'll leave.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Deion, like, hit the transfer portal. Like, I mean, I got guys coming in that want to play for me.
Right.
He has a leverage that most coaches don't have.
Good. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's good.
So he can come in there swinging his arms because, hey, I'm Deion. Like, people, like, if you want to leave,
I got people that's
ready to come. And that's why, see, like, people were mad at him for talking like that, but I understood what he was doing from a winner's point of view.
Right.
First of all, y'all suck. Y'all 1-11. Like,
wow.
You know what I mean? So he came in there like, listen, he made a statement quick, like, I'm not your friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to be there for you, but this is how we run things.
Right.
And if you don't like it, like, I got to get you out of here.
Right. Because you're going to mess up the morale.
Exactly. So people that were hardworking, disciplined, fast, the things that he, like, they weren't offended by what he said.
Right.
But it's the people that's lagging behind, that want to do their own thing, that think that because they are a superstar player, that they can talk to the coach anyway and things like that. Those are the players that got offended and that'll probably leave. And that's what he wanted.
Right.
So, you know, he is.
And he had to come in and put that fear in their heart because it's like, you know, y'all think that I'm coming to serve y'all, but y'all about to come and serve me. So let me get y'all together real quick. And then, you know, we can get the love part later. So it's like, let's be firm up front. But as we go on, you know, things will get better, but we got to get whipped into shape right now. Like, this ain't playtime. So.
A lot of good friendships start with fights.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just offended me. You just feel like now our relationship is not built on me just being nice to you.
Right.
But it's built on, like, you know, something. So we have to build from the bottom and not try to, like, from the top, like, hey, how you doing? Like, and I like what you just said, though, because that forms the competition thing. Like, now I got to watch. Like, I got to, like, oh, man, like, he got people coming in here. Like, he not afraid to kick me out of here. Like, oh, I got to start working.
Exactly.
If I was in that room, I would be thinking, like, they were looking at him like, what? Just walked up in here.
Like, am I going to lose my shot or what?
And I think the AD was loving it. He was loving it. He like, yeah, this is what we need. Like, we don't need no pity pat soft, like, you know, somebody telling him.
Like, boy, just come to practice. And
right.
We're going to figure it out.
See, because listen how recruiting goes. Like, recruiting works, like, they will, how they get you to come is that they guarantee you a bunch of playing time a lot of times. They're like, hey, we need you in this position right now. You would fit into our team like this. They're trying to sell you playing time and sell you a dream. So a lot of those guys there are there because they received that kind of promise. Right. So when you start the relationship like that, it's hard to start, all right, everybody shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to maintain that now. Like, you done sucked up. And so that's how you got them here. So you got to continue to suck up.
Right.
Keep them there.
So how was your HBCU experience? What skin you got in the game?
My HBCU experience was interesting. It was life-changing. I went to a mostly white high school, all boys. Went to a very white middle school. And so for me, it was awesome just being around my people and then seeing Southern culture for the first time.
Right.
I fell in love with the South. Because I didn't realize what I was missing being in Buffalo. I was like, at first I'm like, I'm coming down here with these country bumpkins. And, you know.
Just a minute, sir.
But
I have to cook.
I'm going to say, because I want to hear your answer, I'm going to say it was just completely life-changing to me. Culture shock. Okay, I'm going to give it that. I'm going to get the pros and cons later. But how was your HBCU experience?
I think it was a culture shock for me as well because of the location. Like Baton Rouge, Louisiana culture is not just, that's not just any old kind of culture. Like they have their own language, lingo.
Yep.
So it was like I went to public school and was raised in Milwaukee, which is one of the most segregated cities. So the people it wasn't really a culture shock with the people, but just the southern Baton Rouge culture was different for me.
Yes.
And it was fun though, just like to be around because they were just them. Like they weren't trying to be nothing prestigious or anything. You know, you had some people like that's just how they are. But other than that, it was just like family. Like they're like, what's up? Y'all got some food? We cooking out here. Come on, come get a plate. You know, people want you around. People want to show you different things. So I loved it. I was just too much of a city girl for that atmosphere at the time. So I couldn't stay.
Yeah. I didn't realize how much of a country boy I was until I got there. You know, but you're right. It was like family, man. Yeah. I had the experience, man, going home with different classmates and seeing how they live out in the country, fishing on their own land, and you know what I mean? Like, I absolutely fell in love with the culture.
Yeah.
Duty just threw my whole. But one thing I'll say on concerning the family aspect, that's actually what made me want to stay.
Yeah.
You know, because you know we both went to Southern University on a 1 semester exchange.
Right.
And I ended up staying for 2 semesters because it wasn't because of the facilities were so great or because the, you know.
I got it, son. I'm actually done.
You know, what kept me there was the atmosphere.
Right.
You know, but the atmosphere though, if I'm gonna be completely honest, now here's the cons, right? I got a lot more pros to say, but here's one of the cons. The atmosphere is fun, family-like, but it was not conducive to learning.
Right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but I gotta be honest. You know, like, why I'm the only one in the library? No, I won't say that. But like, people really used to be surprised, like, you going to the library for what? I'm like, yo, to study?
That's one of the reasons why I liked you.
I didn't understand, because like, at my other school, people used to go to the library and study.
People used to sleep in the library.
Yeah. Like, it was like, we studying, like, when I would tell my suite mates and stuff like that, I was going to, like, I'll be coming home at like 10 o'clock, like, where was you at? I was in the library. Library? Yeah. Like, so academic excellence, I'm not saying it's rare because it's not. Like, there's a lot of people doing very well, but the culture is not, academics don't have the spotlight. Like, excelling in school doesn't have the spotlight. So, would you send one of your children to the school we went to? As of right?
No.
No.
Southern, no, I wouldn't send them to Southern. I think the school that I like so far was it ASU that we went to?
Right.
I like their campus.
Well, we don't.
But I really don't know how it is. Like, I didn't like the neighborhood.
No, baby, wait. That's enough. You can wait. Then everybody be ready in a minute, okay?
I didn't like the neighborhood.
Yeah, you know, black schools be in the hood now.
Yeah.
There are black schools I would love for them to go to. Southern ain't one of them.
Right. Which ones do you like?
Definitely like Morehouse and Spelman. I definitely like Howard.
Tuskegee.
Nah. Johnson C. Smith, not really.
Have you ever been to Alcorn?
Nah, that's out there in the country. Yeah, been to Grambling. I wouldn't send them there. I don't know. FAM.
Right.
I would definitely send my kids to FAM.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I did like FAM. I like FAM.
Was great. FAM is one of those, like, FAM is good.
Right.
FAM is, yeah. Matter of fact, FAM might be one of my tops. Definitely.
Yeah, and I definitely like their agriculture program when we went there.
Yes, absolutely,
I thought that
man.
was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's like they care about their campus. Like I think that's important to care about the small things, like your buildings. Like when we went back to Southern, there's no way
Dilapidated.
that those new dorms, well, they weren't new, but like
They were like 2 years old when we got there.
yeah.
They were like 6 maybe when we went back, 5 or 6 when we went back. So that's not long enough for it to be looking like that.
Right.
I think that just from some of the things that he said, I believe that he wanted to stay at Jackson. He would have, if they would have. I think we could have figured out a way to get him the money.
Right.
But I think God has something for him elsewhere, because I think he's a pastor.
Yeah.
He is a pastor. He's not in a church, but he's pastoring those young men.
Platform to spread the gospel.
1,000,000%. And heal and really raise him. This dude, that's what I love about him. That's why I follow him. He motivates me.
Yeah.
But he motivates me in that I know that I can do my calling, not just in church.
Right.
Because he really is pastoring them young men.
Get regular. Are you gonna drink it? No, that cup is dirty, baby. Yes, Judy.
Let me get you a top.
Find the orange.
You got a what?
Find the orange. Is it mine? Ta-da!
Let me do it again. Dude, you're a silly boy, man. I love it. That's funny.
That's part of my orange ball.
Yeah.